Thank you, Mary. Well, Heidi could barely remember what that adrenaline used to feel like when it flowed through her veins when she would run that 50-yard dash back on the high school track team. She never placed. She wasn't that fast, but she did make her own personal best time before graduating high school. She was very active between track and a dance team. And did I mention she loves to dance? She's one of those people where she would hear a beat and just couldn't sit still. And so involved with everything, she often found herself as a part of one committee or another, or joining some new club where she could help make a difference. In college, well, after college, she married her college sweetheart, Stan, and she taught elementary school for a few years until she was finally able to take a break so she could live out her dream of being a stay-at-home mom. Well, the children were a little older, so Heidi decided to jump back into the workforce. And I have to tell you, she was a little bit surprised at just how exhausting a 40-hour work week could be. It wasn't that she thought it would be a piece of cake. She had done it before. But, you know, what she had just been doing with juggling the PTA and being a soccer mom and a taxi to her children, she thought it might be easier now that she had lunch breaks, a whole hour all to herself, where she didn't have to cut anyone else's food or clean up anyone else's mess. It should be refreshing. Instead, she came home every evening feeling weak and tired. And there were days that she had to stop to catch her breath on the way to the parking lot. Well, after a lot of nagging from Stan, and that one time when she caught herself dozing at her desk, she had to admit something didn't seem right. So she finally relented and made an appointment with her doctor. Well, it took some time and several specialists and more tests than Heidi cares to remember. But the diagnosis finally came in that she had congenital heart failure. They tried just managing it with medication at first, but soon it became quite clear that Heidi was going to need a heart transplant. Well, first, this was a lot for her just to wrap her mind around this new reality. She hadn't even known anyone who had had a kidney transplant or a liver transplant, not that she knew of anyways, much less a heart transplant. That seems like something that just happens on those primetime hospital TV shows like Grey's Anatomy or ER. This wasn't something that happened in real life, was it? But it was happening, and it was happening to her. Gradually, her symptoms progressed, and she went from just stopping to catch her breath to needing to use oxygen. And then she started having to have oxygen with her all the time. She eventually went to a walker, and more recently, she succumbed to a wheelchair. Heidi prayed for a new heart. But I have to tell you, she honestly felt so guilty about what that prayer would mean for someone else. She wrote letters to her children for their high school graduations, for their wedding days, for whenever they would have their first babies. And she tucked them away and gave Stan instructions that he should pull these letters out when the times arose. Well, for the past 2 years, Heidi spent basically living inside the hospital, hooked up to machines. She would circle the nurses' station for her only bit of scenery. Until this past Tuesday morning, when her doctor came to her with a big smile. There was a heart, and it was a match. What happened next was just a blur. It felt like a dream. It happened so quickly. The surgery was successful, but that wasn't the end. There was more monitoring and waiting and watching. And Friday, she got the green light. Her body has accepted this new lease on life. She's still going to have to take it slow and easy for a while. But in about 2 weeks, she's going to be released from the hospital and able to go home. I mean, there's going to be medications, but all this waiting, all this incessant waiting that has been going on for so long, the waiting is over. It's over. It's as if her reality has been turned upside down, or maybe right side up. And for so long, her family had just been in a habit of turning down invitations because Mom was too tired. And Heidi and Stan hadn't gone out for their anniversary date in several anniversaries because she just wasn't up to it. And none of them could remember the last time they had gone on any kind of outing that involved walking, because it just couldn't happen. But now, all of that was changed because Heidi has new life. And what will she do next with this new life? Well, in about 6 weeks, she should be able to drive again. But she's probably going to have to renew her license because it's been so long. And then in a few months, she might be able to go back to work. And then after that, the possibilities are endless. She might run a marathon or go dancing. Well, maybe not right away, but maybe. She has spent so much time, too much time, in doctor's offices and looking at the walls of hospital rooms. It is time to venture outside into the world, to feel the breeze on her face, to breathe in fresh air, and no more fluorescent lights. How Heidi has longed to see the sun. Wonder what it will be that she will see now that God has been pleased to give her the kingdom. Don't you wonder how Heidi's eyes might look at the world differently now that she's been saved? Do you think she'll see the world any differently than we do? She might. But I want to challenge that maybe she shouldn't. Because don't you remember? We too have been saved. 2,000 years ago, when Jesus stretched out his arms to show us how much he loved us. And each and every morning that we wake up and open our eyes and draw in breath, known that Christ has saved us from our sin. You see, it isn't just about earning points by doing good deeds or memorizing the 10 Commandments or being a good person or even having a new perspective because we had a near-death experience. We have been saved by God's grace. And because of that, we are compelled into movement. So how will we move? Those of us who have been able to breathe deeply this entire time. We have been baptized and chosen in our baptism by God and crowned as kings and queens. We are those descendants that are innumerable that Abraham was promised. We have been anointed to be a part of something so much bigger than ourselves. This is our story now. We don't need for a doctor just to walk in the room and give us good news, because we have already had it proclaimed to us. Jesus tells us in Luke's gospel that we have nothing to fear. And he tells us to put away our distractions, because petty squabbles and shiny baubles, well, those aren't the kinds of things that Heidi had been thinking about while she was waiting. And they aren't the things that we should wait on either. Jesus promises us that we have been given the kingdom. This great gift beyond any others. What shall we do with it? Well, we aren't to waste time. We're to be alert and to be dressed, ready for action, ready to run. It's time to put away our metaphorical walkers or wheelchairs, our worries, our earthly treasures, or anything else that might hinder us and hold us back or tell us we can't. Because what we can do, what we will do, what we do, is we run our race. Like Heidi, we dance as we bring peace and stand for justice and care for the poor and the broken. And we love. We love with this great love that is bigger than us because it comes from our new